what's up, everybody? Yep, you see that? What's that back there? What's that back there? That's Atlanta, baby. Downtown Atlanta, episode number 2. Living in Atlanta for real starts right now. Let's go. All right, guys, so as you can see, yep, we're in Summerhill, the neighborhood southeast of downtown Atlanta, literally just a stone's throw away from downtown Atlanta. Literally, you can see the skyline of Atlanta downtown right behind me in the distance. Yep, that's downtown Atlanta. So in today's video, we're gonna go through Summerhill so you can understand what it feels like to be here in Summerhill. I'm also going to take you and show you 3 homes that are currently on the market so that you can get a understanding as to value proposition. What should you expect to pay for how much square footage, and ultimately, will it be renovated? Will it not be? What will be the age? All of that stuff. You can really assess that in this video. So this road right here that I'm standing next to is Georgia Avenue. Georgia Avenue is the main artery for Summerhill. All right, little fun fact about Summerhill. Summerhill used to be the home of the Atlanta Braves. Yep, I am looking directly in front of me at the former Turner Field Stadium, which is now owned by Georgia State University, and it is actually their football stadium. So yeah, Summerhill has a rich history here in Atlanta, so I want to show you this beautiful Intown neighborhood for all of you guys that are looking to move to Atlanta, Georgia. Also, if you're thinking about moving to Atlanta, Georgia, please hit the subscribe button right now. Cost you nothing. Right down there, the little red button. Hit subscribe so that you can be plugged into when I post our next episode of the Living in Atlanta for Real series. All right, so this is episode number 2. If you have not seen episode 1 over at eateries Park, definitely go to the channel and find that video so that you can take a look at that Intown community as well. So we're gonna go ahead and get to the business here, showing you around Summerhill, which is a beautiful, beautiful Intown community. We're gonna go ahead and begin with a driving tour of Georgia Avenue so you can get a glimpse as to the shops and eateries that are here. Also, one thing I want to point out to you about Summerhill is it is a vibrant community. Unlike eateries Park that we went to last week, this community actually have independent restaurants that are making their name known here in the city of Atlanta. So if you're looking for a more of a mixed, residential and commercial type of community, then Summerhill definitely should be on your list. All right. So without further ado, let's jump in the truck. Let's get you down here and show you inside of Summerhill, and then I'll be back with the real estate portion, showing you all that Summerhill has to offer when it comes to real estate. Sit back, relax, get your notepad, because you're gonna learn something new about Summerhill. Let's get into it.
Leave the light on in this car. Set me on fire like the live wire that you are. And don't be a shooting star. And come and go as you please, and as you believe is fine. There's just a little bit of something here, a little bit of something, my dear. So I'll be as clear as I can. I'm not sugarcoating. Just thought that you should know every time I close my eyes. You're the first place that I go in. I'm starting to notice all the reasons why. Close the door for you. Give me an inch so I can take a mile. Wear me like I'm going out of style, and stay here or whichever you believe is right. There's just a little bit of something here, a little bit of something, my dear. So I'll be as clear as I can. I'm not sugarcoating. Just thought that you should know every time I close my eyes. You're the first place that I go in. I'm starting to notice all the reasons why you're taking me so high, baby, now, baby, now. All I ever wanted to is stay here with you, with you.
All right, guys, so I hope you enjoyed that little driving portion of Summerhill. So as we're getting closer up towards our first stop today, I want to just go in depth about Summerhill. So as many of you know, I am a native of Atlanta, and so I like to give you the raw opinions from a native. So Summerhill has always been an area where it's been up and down. And over the last decade, Summerhill has went through a huge transformation, selling a lot of the older, dilapidated homes, and developers coming in and bringing in more mixed use, kind of like what you see behind me, which are these townhomes, 3 level, some are 4 level, and it really reshaped and refaced the area for what, or to become what you see today, which is this swanky little neighborhood just southeast of Atlanta. So with that being said, the history of Summerhill has been one that is, I guess you can say, checkered. Some would say checkered, but it definitely has a rich history in that respect. Now, also with that checkered history comes a lot of opinions. So in my opinion, current day Summerhill is definitely much safer than previous day Summerhill. Previous day Summerhill, you needed to know somebody to come up in here. But a lot has changed about Summerhill, just like many cities in the United States, in my opinion. All right, so definitely a much safer place than it used to be, and I feel that it's got a long way to continue to go as it starts to set into its new normal of what we consider current day Summerhill. All right, so let me spin the camera around and show you the listing that I want to bring to your attention, which is one of these townhomes here, and just to give you that perspective of price, value proposition, and all of that. Okay, and I'm going to give you a better view of the street so you can see it in a frontal view. All right, here you go. So beautiful, beautiful, beautiful tree-lined street with, like I said, these townhomes here that are 3 levels. A lot of charm, a lot of character, a lot of uniqueness. That's what I like to say here about Summerhill. A lot of the choices that the developer made was synonymous with just kind of, you know, being that charming feel. Okay, all of these are walk-ups as well. You can walk right up to the front door. And this particular townhouse is just behind Georgia Avenue with that beautiful view of downtown Atlanta and the accessibility to walking to all of the shops right off of Georgia Avenue. Okay, so the listing that I want to share with you is going to be here. It's going to be 936 square feet, and it's going to be a 2-bedroom, 2 full baths, and the price is $530,000, built in year 2020. Let me get your view all the way up to the top there. So this one is just a 2-level. So that's giving you a cost per square foot of $566. Okay. So let's go ahead and move on to our next stop for today. But again, guys, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful opportunity here in Summerhill. But that's the overall opinion about the area of the differences, because again, if you just Google search Summerhill, you're gonna see a whole lot of stuff. Just keep in mind that the area has went through a huge transformation, and it is no longer the same Summerhill that it once was. Now, I believe that it's for the better, because back when I was a kid, a lot of these shops and stores and things right off Georgia Avenue, they did not exist. A lot of them have been refaced, repurposed, and now operational. So super duper nice, close proximity to Atlanta. As you can see, that skyline kind of peeking through now. Also, there's a brand new Publix right here, which you'll see in the video here soon. But a brand new Publix, I'm not sure if they're 100% open yet. And Publix normally doesn't have a whole lot of in-town locations, like right downtown Atlanta. So that's one of the few that are here in downtown Atlanta. But yeah, super nice. First listing here, and again, $530,000 for a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, year built 2020. So, you know, just kind of keeping in mind, giving you that perspective, right? So if you're in the 550s and you're looking for something relatively new and you just need a 2-bedroom, that possibility does exist here in Summerhill. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on to our next listing. All right, guys, welcome to our next stop here in Summerhill. We're almost on the end of Summerhill going into Grant Park in this location, but we are technically still in Summerhill on this particular listing, okay? So as we walk up to it, I do want to give you a little bit more history about Summerhill. So fun, little known fact about Summerhill is it is one of 2 neighborhoods that Black people were actually allowed to live in during Reconstruction. All right, so during that time, you know, this area was filled with Black people because it was the only area that was allowed, one of 2. So yeah, rich history here in Summerhill. And one thing I do want to point out is you see the mixture of real estate and architecture in Summerhill all over the place. So one house may look like this modern contemporary home. The next house may look more like a Charleston 2-story. So it really it's a lot of mixing and intertwining of architecture here in Summerhill, which also contributes to the uniqueness though of the area. Okay, so the one we're taking a look at is going to be this one here. This one's going to be a 3-bedroom, 2 full bath and 2 half baths. Square footage is 1,760 square feet. Year built 2007. Asking price is $515,000, bringing the cost per square foot to $293. And so you'll see here on this one, you have very limited parking. I mean, it's very tight in here. I can't believe I was even able to get my truck in there, but we did. All right, so super close, really no backyard at all here on that particular listing. I can't, if you can see from here, but you can see the retaining wall there. So that's another thing about Summerhill. You're right in the, I mean, you do not have large lots at all here in Summerhill, okay? But some of them get bigger than this, of course. But yeah, this is your next step. So if you're 5'15" and under, this may be something that you may want to consider, okay? So Anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at our final stop here in Summerhill.
You got what I need, sipping on the potion, all that good emotion, just my kind of heat, keep it on repeat, tested by the motion, loving this devotion. Live it up, sweet emotion. Every time, every night, you and I on a roll. Switch it up where I'm going. Stay on the fly, just in time, know the right way to go. I'm on the road, it's my time, taking control of my life. I want to run the red lights, I've got to run this show. You always take me so high, you always make the highlights. I love the way we vibe, you're like a centerfold. Ooh, that sugar sweet, you got what I need, sipping on the potion, all that good emotion, just my kind of heat, keep it on repeat, tested by the motion, loving this devotion. Ooh, that sugar. All I want is satisfaction. Make a move, baby, you got nothing to lose. Give me that good reaction. Gonna make it right, little like another rock and refuse.
All right, guys, welcome back to George Avenue. So this portion of the street is past the downtown area that we took a look at earlier. Just straight ahead is going to be the park. It's called Phoenix Park. And we're going to go literally right across George Avenue here in a moment to show you our final stop for today. All right, so as you can see, same thing we have here on this road here, where you see the different type of construction that is just different from things that you may have seen just as we were driving from different parts of the neighborhood. So that is really what Summerhill is known for, is the creative flair in the architecture of the homes. All right, so our last stop is going to be this particular listing right in front of you. This one is going to be a 4-bedroom, 3 full baths, built in year 2002. Square footage is almost 2,000 square feet. They have annotated here in the notes. And the listing price is $659,000. Okay, so as you can see, more bedrooms, the more money, right? I mean, that's very typical. But this is our only 4-bedroom that we've viewed today, and so that's going to run you $659,000 if you want it. Okay. But beautiful street here, and let me just give you a better understanding of what I mean, right? So now we got those Charleston looking homes coming into view here, okay? And then right across the street, we got a Victorian there on the end, and we have a bungalow here. So super duper creative here in Summerhill, okay? So let me go ahead and get you up here to the Publix, which is the new supermarket. And we're gonna verify together if they are open yet or not, okay? But beautiful tree-lined streets. I could walk these streets all day. They're very southern-ish, right? Southernness, I guess you could say. And you can see this, we're right on the boundary line here of Summerhill and Grant Park. This road, like I believe these homes here on this side is considered to be in the Grant Park community. And then the homes on this side is considered to be in the Summerhill community. Well, this street is literally the boundary, all right? So let's go ahead and get up here to the Publix, and we'll start to wind down in episode 2. I hope you have enjoyed taking a look at Summerhill. If you have, hit the like button. Also, be sure to hit the subscribe button to be notified when more Summerhill content is uploaded. I do anticipate later on in the series of Living in Atlanta for Real, we're going to go back to some of these communities and actually have, have lunch in some of those places, really get to know them, all right? So I'm excited about it. All right, so if you want to be notified when I do post that type of content, definitely hit the subscribe button so you'll be notified. Also, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about Summerhill so far. All right. All right, guys and gals. We're coming to the end of episode 2 here of Living in Atlanta for Real. Just wanted to end and show you kind of how close you are living in Summerhill to downtown Atlanta. You can see those famous rings of the Olympic Games of 1996. And up here at the top, you can see that torch. The great Muhammad Ali actually lit that fire or that torch in the 1996 Olympic Games. So a lot has changed here in Atlanta since 96, like this beautiful building here. So this is kind of the greeting of Summerhill, right? Beautiful, beautiful. This is the marketplace I was telling you about with the Publix. As you can see, they're wrapping up the retail frontage as we speak. I believe the store is actually open, so we're gonna walk around and show you the store. So yeah, let's go ahead and get around here to the store.
Ayy, I got the recipe, never gonna let any op get the best of me. Thought it was distance, but haters is next to me. Talk to the spirit, you know I've been heavenly. Company definitely show your trajectory. This ain't a diss cause I say it respectfully. It's time to eat up, bread like a speeder. Taking it deeper and that's how it better be. I never let the comparison get to me. I just remember the promises meant for me. I know the enemy and that he's sent for me. I keep the blood of the lemons my centerpiece. I cannot trust in no crystals or energy. Look at the chemistry.
All right, guys, I hope you really enjoyed hanging out with me in today's episode of Living in Atlanta for Real. If you're thinking about moving to Summerhill or any other area here in Metro Atlanta, feel free to reach out to me. All of my contact information is on the screen. I would love to set up a consultation with you to see if I would be a good fit for your buying or selling needs, okay? Also, be sure to hit the like button if you got value from today's video. Also, hit the subscribe button if you want to see more of this beautiful neighborhood of Summerhill, because I will be back showing you more content about living here in Summerhill and what it feels like to go to some of these shops and all that good old stuff. So if you want to be notified when I do post that type of content, please hit the subscribe button down below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next episode. Peace.
Ayy, I got to drive, the bus, the truck, the gas is stuck. I ain't the one to rely on the luck. I put in work and then he show up. I know it's faith that's in the reps, ain't no regrets, I do too much.